Um, Good morning, YouTube. As you can see, I have on clothes. I have on my big onesie, and that means that it must be extremely cold in here, which it really is. I'm in South Florida, but the temperatures are like 45 degrees tonight. Oh my God, this is like the second day it's been like this. Not in a row. It was one day like last week, and then one day this week. Um, Calling to report. I wanted to share with you a dream I just had, and it was about employment. Basically, I would. It was like I went back to two old jobs that I had, and I'm not sure how I really felt about it, but I went back. Um, what else? Um, no real big details about it. Oh, I wanted to talk about employment. I know some of y'all are wondering how that interview went at that professional job that the not necessarily a professional job, but the interviewer, the employer that had. I'm just waking up, so you gotta forgive me. I'm like bumbling, but the interviewer that was professional. I didn't get to go to that interview because transportation, so I had to cancel. But she was very nice about it. Um, Yesterday, I went on two interviews. I went for one in the morning, which I really wanted, just because of the pay rate, the closeness to home, the flexibility. It wasn't a whole bunch of hours; it was just a few, but it was enough for me to get by. So I really wanted that. When I went to the place, I noticed that it was very I'm going to be politically incorrect. It was very white, meaning it was very. It don't look like any black people ever go there. You know what I'm saying? But they were very nice. They were not prejudiced at all. Um, Very nice, and maybe I don't know anything about upscale black people because I'm not an upscale black person. Maybe at one time I had potential to be, but I'm not now. But I was very impressed with them. I was treated with total. They didn't call me back, probably because I was too overzealous in my thank you letter for the interview. But and then also in addition to that, I was dressed casually. It was a casual position. It's like a stock assistant, and but it was a very nice place. But I was dressed casually, and I feel like I was dressed appropriately. Um, the thing about it is that with my weight gain, I just realized I just weighed myself and I'm 180 pounds now. Oh my God. But so I had to do something quick. The boot camp that I'm doing, obviously, that's great, but I need to get some cardio in it. And I've been doing just the crunch portion of it because that's the easiest to do kind of when you don't have a lot of time. Because for me to do the cardio, that would mean that um, I'm just starting off, so I'll have to just easy like skating. I have to go somewhere where I can skate. So that would mean I have to go to the certain place, and then with my transportation, I would probably have to walk. It would take me forever. Well, no, I could. It's another way to get around that. So maybe I could still do that. Um, but I really got to do cardio because I got to get rid of that middle section. It's absolutely disgusting, guys. Horrible. I was looking at a video yesterday on my way back, and I was just so disgusted by what I saw. Whew. I got to get rid of that. So, but I didn't get go on that one. But yesterday I went on the one in the daytime. I was so even. I hope that person hires me, but it looks like he maybe won't because he hasn't called me or even responded back, or maybe he's just busy. But they were very professional with me. It was all white people, and as an African American or Afro Amerasian or a person of color, whatever you want to call it, it's like certain environments, like there's certain like there's a the and like I said, I'm being politically incorrect, but there's a dirty, grungy like type of white people that try to assimilate with black folks or that have just been around. But these people were the type of people that I really like. The type of people that I would like to, black or white or whatever, aspire to be. They were professional, great customer service. I mean, and I know they don't have probably that many black people, but as soon as I walked to the door, there was a little older white lady. She was helping another like middle aged white woman, and they were really engrossed in what they're doing. And usually when they're like that, the people ignore you when you walk through the door, especially if you're black. But no, immediately she was just like, hi, how you doing? Just gracefully put it all together. Can I help you, ma'am? Um, and she just, I don't know exactly what she said, but it was just so graceful to incorporate me into what she was doing with her. And if I needed help to just kind of bring me along with them, I was like, wow. And I was just like, no, it's okay, I can wait. And then when she finished with her, she came back to me and I was like, I'm here to apply for a position. And she was just like, oh, okay, And then she asked the guy, she's here to apply for a position, such and such name. What should I do? Should I sit her right here? Because he's busy. He was like, yeah, go ahead, sit her there. She was like, would you like some water or anything? I'm like, wow, are you kidding me? I mean, just wonderful service. And y'all know about the interviews or even the phone calls before the interviews up to now. So it's right, I do need to get around the right people. So she sat me down and I was like, no, no, thank you, because I had water in my bag. And plus, you don't go somewhere and just like take all the stuff that they got. So sitting there for a few, and then the other man comes to me and he was like, hey, would you like some water or anything? And I guess, since he heard her tell me and he's asking me now, so I'm like, I must look thirsty. So I'm just like, okay, sure, So I took it and I'm waiting. And the guy I need to interview with, he's helping like two or three people at the same time, very down to earth people, even though the what made me feel like it was upscale was the attitude of the people, the attitude of the people working and the clientele. Because the guy had on shorts and a t-shirt, khaki shorts and a t-shirt with a belly, But he was so, to me, helpful, looked very clean, and when he came to me, I jumped up to introduce myself, and he sat down and he asked me all the pertinent questions. He asked me about my background, legally, had I ever been arrested. He asked me um, about my work experience. He told me about the hours of the job. He told me about how much the job pays. He told me who I would be working with. You know, it was very professional. And then, as I began to tell him things, then he was just like, okay, I have to get back to work, whatever. And I told him it was nice meeting him and I left. And before I could even get off of the property, as soon as I walked up the door, the two guys that was stocking stuff on the truck, you know, wished me well and thanked me, professionally, very appropriately. I was like, wow. It was truly a pleasure to interview there, even if um, things didn't work out. I really enjoyed working there. I mean, not working there, but interviewing there. Those were, to me, great people and people I would like to work with. The one thing I could say bad about me, maybe, was like when I left, I had my, like I said, with the weight gain, my clothes don't always fit so well. So I had on a pair of very nice jeans, a top, and a nice sweater because it was kind of cold yesterday. And the thing about the way I'm shaped, my thighs are just like ginormous. And then with all the weight gain, I have a little bit of belly too, you know. But the way my jeans fit, there's a lot of room around the waist still, and it's tight around the thighs. So when I got up, I'm sure he could see some skin. That's not appropriate. I didn't. I would not have thought that until I happened to do a video yesterday, and I turned around and I saw that you could see like an inch of skin from because my shirt was fitting from between my back and my jeans, and maybe that disbarred me. And then there was a comment in the interview, where I was like, yeah, sure, because he had two positions. So you can kind of get to know me and my personality, whatever. He was like, well, your personality doesn't matter. But he wasn't rude. The way he said it wasn't rude. It sounds rude, but the way he said it made it not rude. So I mean, I would like to work for that company. I'll wait until Monday and see if they've made their selection and check and see if the ad is still up. The second interview was for a retail place. I really liked the place. I liked the clothing that was there. Part of the uniform, I thought the way the people dressed was so cool, and I had never really heard of the place. But the part of the uniform is that they give you three outfits from the store to wear. You know, I interviewed with the lady. She's like, I was only her third interview. They just placed the ad out. She's gonna contact other people, you know, so forth and so on. So both of those places I really liked. I'm not sure how they felt about me, but I'll give it a few days and I'll follow up, because it's just me. I don't need. When I say professionalism, I don't have to have an executive position somewhere, something like that. Though it would be nice, but what matters the most to me is the professionalism in which the people that work at that place treat, um, everyone. This, like I said, customer service across the board, their superiors, subordinates, co-workers, customers, all across the board. Um, the place that I went at first, perfect customer service. Second place, the customer service is not all that, but I like the but I like the fact of where it was, and I like the clothing style, and I can probably get over it. So that's that. And then today I have an interview scheduled supposedly for noon for another position that's convenient. And then I have a few callbacks for other jobs that called me. So I mean, the new resumes are really working out. Um, and I have a ton of resumes to do now. It's like 2 in the morning, but yeah, because I went up to use the bathroom and do all early bird gets the worm. Do all those resumes, set them out, and then by 8 o'clock I'll be ready to do my phone calls and prepare for my interview. And that's it. My printer's not working. I'm gonna see if I can try to gerrymander it or something to make it do what it do. So thank y'all so much for watching. God bless. If you are the job searching or looking for a new job, better job, a career, starting your own business, please hit me up. It's good to connect and kind of see where each other are and encourage each other. So anyways, God bless y'all. Have a good day.